welcome back. This is the second video or the continuation of the video sent to you just a moment ago. It is the same drama, everything is same. This is place is same, venue is same, characters all are still present there. All the characters are same, they are present there and they will remain there as long as the proceedings of the court takes place. So we had concluded the previous video clip on a note that Graciano went on to compare Shylock with the wolf because his behavior is same. Graciano, very importantly, he says that when he looks at Shylock, he starts believing in Pythagoras, who was a Greek philosopher, and he believed that whenever an animal die, its body get decays or it is born or buried, but the spirit leaves the body and infuse itself into the trunk of a man. That means enters into the body of a man. And it happened with the same. Wolf had killed an animal, wolf had killed a man, and the wolf was cut and brought for execution. Wolf was killed, but its spirit escaped from its body and entered into the body of Shylock when he was lying in the womb of his mother. And why does he say this? Is because the behavior of the wolf and that of Shylock is very, very same. That was up to line number 140. Now we shall continue with line number 141. Shylock says, "Till thou canst rail the seal from off my bond. Thou was offended that long to speak so loud." Means you cannot make me leave my demand. Till thou canst rail the seal from off my bond means you cannot make me, by scolding this way, you cannot make me leave my demand. And if you are shouting this way, what you are doing is you are simply tiring yourself and you are offending your lungs. But thou offendest thy lungs to speak so loud. To speak so loud means when Graciano was shouting at Shylock, Shylock was not harmed according to himself, but Graciano was harmed because Graciano was shouting, and Graciano's lungs would get tired, so it will not harm Shylock. Repair thy wit means change your opinion, good youth, young gentleman, or it will fall to cureless ruin. Cureless ruin means it will destroy you permanently. You change your opinion or it will destroy you permanently. Cureless ruin means permanent destruction. I stand here for law, I stand here for justice. Then Duke, remember a moment ago, the Duke was given a letter by Nerissa, the clerk who had entered into the court. And when the Duke was reading the letter, in the meantime, Graciano and Shylock were quarreling. Okay, now Duke has completed reading the letter, and now Duke says, "This letter from Bellario doth commend a young and learned doctor to our court. Where is he?" So Duke says, according to this letter, a very young and learned doctor is supposed to be here. Where is he? And remember, the letter has recommended Portia, okay, in the disguise of Dr. Balthazar. So Portia as Dr. Balthazar was supposed to be there. Where is he? Let's say he attended here hard by. Attended means present. Hard by means nearby. He is present here nearby because Portia was standing at the gate and waiting for permission of the Duke to come inside. To know your answer means waiting for your response, whether you will admit him. Waiting for your permission to come inside, whether you will allow him to come inside or not. He is just waiting for your permission. Duke says, "With all my heart I welcome him. Come some three or four of you, go give courteous conduct to this place." Courteous conduct means hearty welcome. Some 3 or 4 of you go outside and bring that lawyer who has come from Padua. Bring him inside ceremoniously. Meanwhile, the court shall hear Bellario's letter. Till then, the court, let us all hear what information does that letter sent by Bellario contain. Let us read his listen his letter. Then the letter is given by the Duke to a clerk, and the clerk reads. The clerk reads, and what was written there is this: Your grace shall understand that at the receipt of your letter I am very sick. Now this all, though it is written in the letter, but actually these all are the plan of Portia. Okay, I'll tell you later. Now let us first try to understand what is written there. Your grace shall understand that at the receipt of your letter I am very sick. According to this sequence, the Duke had requested Dr. Bellario to come and help him to take a correct decision. And when that letter Duke had sent to Dr. Bellario received and read the letter. But when he received that letter, he says in this letter that he was very, very sick at that moment. But in my instance, means at that moment that your messenger came. At that moment when your messenger came, in loving visitation means friendly visit, was with me a young doctor of Rome. Dr. Bellario says, when I received your letter means Duke's letter, I was very, very sick. But at the same moment, a very, very learned doctor who is a friend of mine was on a loving visitation, was on a friendly visit to me. His name is Balthazar. So who is Balthazar according to this letter? Balthazar, Dr. Balthazar is a friend from Rome, a friend of Dr. Bellario from Rome. Actually, in actual sense, who is Balthazar is Portia. In the disguise, Portia comes. Okay, in the disguise of Balthazar. But when he enters into the courtroom, he is to be seen as not Portia, but he is to be seen as a friend of Dr. Bellario from Rome. I acquainted him with the cause in controversy, means I have informed him, he means Dr. Balthazar, I have informed this young gentleman the reason for the controversy between the Jew and Antonio the merchant. We turned over many books together. Then we referred, turned over means referred, we referred many law books. He is furnished with my opinion. I have informed him, I have already told him my opinion, which bettered with his own learning, and he will improve that opinion because of his own observation and knowledge. The greatness whereof I cannot even enough comment, means how great a lawyer he is, I cannot explain. Comes with him at my importunity to fill up your gracious request at my stead. At my stead means in my place, on my request. Importunity means on my request, in my place. He will come to fill up my vacant place. I was supposed to come, I could not come, I am very sick. So I am sending him in my place, and on my request I am sending him to you, who will help you take correct decision. I have already given my suggestion to him, my decision to him, and he will still improve that decision. I beseech you means I request you. Let his lack of years be no impediment. Lack of years means he is not very, very old, he is very young. And normally we don't trust the young man as far as the judgment is concerned. So though he is very young, but let the lack of year be not an impediment, means hindrance. Because of his age, do not underestimate him. To let him lack a reverent estimation. He deserves respect. Because of his lack of years, do not make a mistake of not paying him what he deserves. For I never knew so young a boy with so old a head. Because I have never seen such a young boy with so old a head, means such a mature decision. Normally young boys and girls are unable to take mature decision. But the person whom I am sending to you, he is very young but has a very old head, means takes mature decisions. I leave him to your gracious acceptance. I am sending him to you. Please accept him graciously. Whose trial shall better publish his commendation, means trial means the way he will help you take a decision. Itself will prove how great a lawyer he is. So how worthy he is, he will prove it himself in the court. Then the Duke, this is what the Duke wanted. The Duke actually wanted somebody to come and help him, and he had requested Dr. Bellario. Though Dr. Bellario could not come, but doesn't matter if the same work is performed by any other person. So the Duke says, you hear the learned Bellario? Did you all hear what learned means? Very high intelligent Bellario has written. What he writes? And here I take is the doctor come, and just at that moment Portia enters in the disguise of Dr. Balthazar. Means in the look of Dr. Balthazar. Enters as a man. Okay. Enter Portia dressed like a doctor of law. She enters here as a doctor of law, means lawyer. So Portia enters. Okay. Now, dear children, Portia has come into the court. Nerissa has already come as a lawyer. Lawyer means a person who will take some pain in writing the decision taken in the court. And all other, Antonio is accused, Bassani is already there, and all her friends are also there in presence of Scylla. The Duke is also there. So all the presence now, the presence of all the characters, major characters are there, and the scene shifts from Belmont in the previous act to Venice, and shall remain there for a long time. Many such videos will be made where the scene will be taking place in Venice. Thank you.